Raza, yes, the advisory was comprehensive. There was a term called politically condoned activities, hate crimes. You said alacrity, they didn't respond with alacrity. I would go further, said they did not take it at all. It seems there is a feeling that these are part of freedom of expression or whatever you call it, and such hate crimes are being condoned in the political environment and the political system. And certainly that is something of concern, and we have flagged it. सुनीता, आपका प्रश्न था इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स के बारे में. देखिए, इंडियन स्टूडेंट्स जो वहाँ पे हैं, हमने जैसे कहा एडवाइजरी हमने इशू किया है. हमारे हाई कमीशन, हमारे काउंसुलेट्स वहाँ चल रहे हैं, वो काम हो रही है उनमें. कोई दिक्कत हो उनसे कांटेक्ट करें, पर हमने एडवाइजरी में कहा है कि एहतियात बरतें, देखें क्या हो रहा है. ऐसे स्पेसिफिक कोई हमारे पास और एडिशनल इनपुट्स अभी नहीं है. ये प्रश्न किसी और ने भी पूछा था कि हमारे स्टूडेंट्स जो है उनको वीज़ा, हमारे वीज़ा पॉलिसी से कोई उनको फ़र्क नहीं पड़ना चाहिए, वो इंडियन सिटीजन्स हैं. और कनाडा क्या करेगी, ये कैनेडियन अथॉरिटी से आपको पूछना पड़ेगा. मैं उसके बारे में कुछ कह नहीं पाऊँ. Rishabh, your question was a follow-up to why this particular step is being taken on parity of strength and rank equivalence. Frankly, yes, the reason is that we have seen Canadian diplomatic interference in our internal affairs. This is a factor that is being taken into account for seeking parity in strength and rank equivalence. Somebody asked, I think, Krishnan, you asked about specifics of some action. Look, these are not things that are to be released publicly, so I'm not in a position to share the same. विजय लक्ष्मी जी, आपने कहा था आपने कहा था सैन फ्रांसिस्को कॉन्सुलेट में कोई अपडेट ऐसा नहीं है. आपने देखा होगा हमारे सिक्योरिटी एजेंसीज ने कोई लिस्ट निकाली है, उनका वो कोऑपरेशन चल रहा है यूएस के साथ, और हम चाहते हैं कि जो इसमें पीछे थे उनके ऊपर एक्शन लिया जाए. आई थिंक कोऑपरेशन चल रही है यूएस अथॉरिटीज़ के साथ, पर ये हमारे दायरे में नहीं आता है उतना. कोई अपडेट हो तो हमारी तरफ से हम बताएंगे आपको. मुकेश कौशिक, आपने पूछा था, आपने बड़ा ही टेढ़ा क्वेश्चन पूछा था. मैं किसी और केस के साथ कोई कंपैरिजन नहीं करना चाहता हूँ. लेट मी क्लैरिफाई. वहाँ सेफ हेवंस दे रहे हैं कनाडा में, वहाँ पे हम चाहेंगे कि उनके कैनेडियन सरकार सेफ हेवंस न दें, और जिनके अगेंस्ट ऐसे टेररिज्म के चार्जेस हैं उनके ऊपर एक्शन ले, और वहाँ आइदर उनके ऊपर वहाँ एक्शन ले या हमें यहाँ जस्टिस फेस करने के लिए यहाँ भेजे. मुझे पूछा गया था, आई थिंक somebody asked how many such cases were there. My understanding is over 20 individuals. I don't have exact number. That's for security agencies. We have sought either extradition requests or other kind of assistance related to that. So at least more than 20, maybe 25 individuals we have requested over, and not just recently. So many years we've been requesting, and the response has not been helpful at all. Avinash, your question was third countries, Canadian citizens applying. Yes, also will be applicable. Canadian citizens in third countries will also be subject to the same temporary visa suspensions, because at some point this comes through our High Commission, our consulates need to be involved in that process, so that's not going to happen. Amit, I think your question was Sugdul. I think, to be fair, this is not a question that's really in our it's more of a security thing. All I can say is, we have seen reports in this. Frankly, it seems that if you have so much organized crime, this violence has been there. There's a lot of violence when organized crime has such a large presence. That's all I would like to say on that. संतोष, आपका प्रश्न था ट्रिगर. पता नहीं आप क्या ट्रिगर कह रहे हैं, और आप किस पर्सपेक्टिव देख रहे हैं. हमारे पर्सपेक्टिव बहुत सिंपल है. हम कह रहे हैं कि वहाँ पे जो एक्सट्रीमिस्ट हैं, जो टेररिस्ट हैं, जो ऑर्गेनाइज क्राइम पे इन्वॉल्व हैं, उनको हम चाहते हैं कि उस पर एक्शन लिया जाए. कैनेडियन गवर्नमेंट नहीं ले रही है, और इनका जो एलिगेशन है उस पर मैंने जैसे कहा कि हमारे पास कोई स्पेसिफिक इन्फॉर्मेशन नहीं शेयर किया है. तो उसके बाद हमने फिर एक्शन जो लेना पड़ा, सब इससे रिलेटेड है कि टेररिज्म पे एक्शन नहीं हो रहा है. अदर कंट्रीज, आशीष आपका प्रश्न था अदर कंट्रीज का. अभिषेक आपका प्रश्न, योर थिंग वाज ऑस्ट्रेलियन साइड हैज सेड. लुक, आई थिंक सम ऑफ दिस कंट्रीज हैव मेड पब्लिक that they took up the issue with us, and I think I also said that we are in conversations with many of our partners. I don't want to say which of the countries, because let them mention it. I don't want to get into which countries have been saying what, but as I said, we have ongoing conversations with our friends and partners. I have highlighted our position very clearly, and this is what we have shared with them. It's the same thing I'm telling you that we've been telling them. नीरज जी, आपका प्रश्न 5 आइज के साथ था, पता नहीं आप क्या पूछना चाहते थे, बट वही हमने उनसे भी यही कहा है कि देखिए हमारा जो पोजीशन है कि इसमें टेररिज्म का मुद्दा है, इसमें सिक्योरिटी का मुद्दा है, वहाँ पे जो एक्शंस ले रहे हैं हमारे डिप्लोमेट्स के अगेंस्ट या किसी और के अगेंस्ट, उस किस तरह से रिस्पॉन्ड करें. Sania, your question was describe this again broadly, MPhil question, maybe not PhD. I think you would make a good assessment. I don't think we are here to assess a relationship. I think that's beyond the purview of a weekly presser. But clearly, we would expect better steps by the Canadian authorities on our very significant concerns about terrorism, about security of our diplomats, of Indian community, and overall anti-India activities that are being operated or given a safe haven in Canada. एक कुछ प्रश्न थे हिंदू और आई थिंक सिद्धांत, आई थिंक नो स्पुतनिक वाज अ क्वेश्चन, आल्सो देयर वाज टारगेटिंग ऑफ डिप्लोमैट्स, also I think Nanima, your question was there. Look, I think the issue is larger. As I mentioned, this is not about individual groups or this group. I don't think that is how we are looking at it at all. I think Neville, your question was also that. I think we should look at it on a larger issue of there are elements linked to organized crime, linked to terrorists, secessionists or extremists who are operating freely. They are being politically condoned. They seem to have a free run, and we would expect that the Canadian government takes action against that. As regards the Indian origin or Indian community or Indian diaspora, look, I think they've been speaking out very clearly. We have talked about the advisory for Indian nationals, and we would hope that they feel safe. They feel that they can operate there. Sorry, the expulsion part, I'll come to that. On the issue of the expulsion, yes, obviously when our diplomat is asked to leave, they communicate to us. When exactly, I'll have to check. But as I said, we were of course made aware that he had been asked to leave. But I don't have the exact timing with me. Siddhant, there was something on, somebody asked about targeting of another. Look, again, I'm very hesitant to get into individual cases. This brings me to the larger issue of our violence being incited, not just against one diplomat, but you've seen High Commissioner, our Consul Generals are on posters, their faces. I think all of that worries us. It's not about just one individual or otherwise. I think we've covered anybody. Anybody missed? Are we looking at reduction of... look, as I said, we are looking at parity. Your question was, are we looking at reduction of our personnel? Look, we're looking at parity in rank and diplomatic strength. We think the Canadian numbers will probably come down, but the discussions are going on. I have no information to share at this point of any change in our diplomatic posture. Of course, if the security situation changes, I would not like to, speculate on that. I think I will stop there. I think I've spoken on the students. I will take no further. Sorry, have I missed your question, Neeraj?